Hey, what's up, y'all? Right now what I'm doing are some seated shoulder to lateral raises right here. As you paid attention to that very first part of this video, we are going nice and controlled, trying to pause at the very top, 3 seconds on that way down. Don't let it go all the way down and kind of use that body sway, trying to limit that torso sway back and forth, right? And when you look at me from the side, you would notice that I'm slightly leaned forward right here. That way that elbow is right here, almost where that seam of that shirt is. I'm not completely upright because then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be lifting up and try to do that, lifting up with my front delt. And if you're a client of mine, we've already worked that front delt or doing that front delt separately from these side lateral raises. So how you get set up is what you're gonna do is you are going to be going right here, sitting straight up and then hinging at the hips about 20 degrees right there. So that when you're lifting up right there, you'll see that my elbow right here reaches where that seam of that shirt is. Hand slightly in front of that torso. We're not completely straight out right here, right? That hand is gonna be in front of that body. That way we're able to lift up through that pinky a little bit better and just target those side delts, minimize the tension on that front delt, all right? The front delt typically gets a lot of workout volume with like an inclined chest press, a chest shoulder press, right? And even some front raises. We're trying to target those side delts that can help us get that full 3D look on those delts. So pay very close attention to our tempo right here, okay? So when we get set up, start right there, keeping a slight angle between our arm and our torso. Don't go all the way down right here every single rep. You want to keep some tension even at the very bottom part of this range of motion. As you were going up, imagine like you're trying to push those hands to the corner of the room. So imagine like you're trying to lengthen those arms and pushing to the corner of the room, coming out to the side and forward and up versus just going up. If you just think about coming up, what's going to happen is you see a lot of shoulder shrug right here using those traps. So as we push out to the corners of the room, you'll see that my shoulders drop right there. Now here it is with weights. Again, pause at the very top, 2, 3, squeeze. All right, I'm actually reusing close on my working weight right here, trying to keep that elbow from dropping down. If you are seeing that elbow is dropping down on that way up like that, it typically means one, either you're not leaning forward enough, maybe you're using too much of a heavy weight that is likely going to be causing you to kind of come more upright and using the front delt because the front delt is typically stronger than that side delt. So when you're coming up, trying to keep that side of the bicep facing completely down to the ground. Right, control, boom. Nice and slow on that way down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's pretty much it. Again, just to recap, make sure you are leaned slightly forward about 10 to 20 degrees. That way you're able to just target that side delt a little bit more. As you are going up, make sure that you are trying to lengthen and push those hands into the corners of the room to eliminate shoulder shrug on that way up. Remember, if you're just going straight up, as you push out to the side to the corners of the room, you'll be able to target a little bit more of those shoulders right there. Don't go too quick on that way down. Think of it just like any other exercise. You want to control that eccentric 3 to 4 seconds on that way down. And since we're trying to train those shoulders in a shortened position, trying to hold for the top for at least 1 second. Get a good hold right there. Squeeze. Don't let that elbow drop too much.